Putting the mic on. Putting the mic on. Putting the mic on. Putting the Let me just. Hey, Sonny. Yeah, I just have to. Um. Yeah, I just gotta fiddle with. I have to fiddle with this. I'm changing the resolution and whatnot to better capture curve. All right, I am. Let me just reload that. Yeah, you know what? That should work out. Only problem is that I need to. I do have. I do have stream elements up as an overlay. Just forget how to. I just forget how to get this damn thing onto, like, over my game. You know what? Hold on. I got a better idea. Alright, yeah. So, welcome to my Morrowind stream. We're gonna run it for like a little bit. Kind of sleepy today, but started a little late because of dinner. So, since this is like your first time here, Darkness is a reference to the first stream, which was kind of a shit show in the early ons. He's a level 5 Khajiit scout. We are in Balmora. Uh, was doing stuff for Anasi. What quest we got? The sleepers are awake. Got some stuff for the Thieves Guild to do. Larius Vara wants to tell a little story. What's in my inventory? Yeah, okay. So, I'm going to go to Caius and continue the main quest a little. I came back. I already did the Vivek informants one. Um, oh, that was just someone complaining about the sound. I was tabbed out and had my headset, and I was unable to hear. Oh. Yeah, but someone just wanted to complain about the sound. My sound setup's not great. It's just a single mic. Look, if you know, you know. And you know what? That's look, if you know, you know, and that's all that really. And you know, it's not like there was anything inappropriate that showed up. So, oh yeah, I've been storing a book. I've been doing a little book collection. I plan on once I get like all the books. Once I get like a bunch of books in like a series, I'm just gonna sit here and just read through them all. Chat, yeah, damn right I'm a Chad. Fucking old ass drug addict with a fucking six pack. One of the most iconic characters in Elder Scrolls. Are you here to discuss your orders, Darkness, or is there something else you want? Orders. We need an Ashlander informant. I've heard of a fellow in Aldrun named Hasor Zansubani, an Ashlander who left the Waste to become a wealthy trader. They say the Ashlanders like to give and receive presents. Take these 100 drakes. Find out what Zansubani likes and get him a gift. Then give him the gift and see if he will tell you about the Ashlanders and their ring cult. Then report back to me. Caius is the most real Enoir in Morrowind. One of my favorite things about Balmora is like, oh, right, I looted most of these crates.
Speak, traveler.
I think that's one of the. No, if he was one of the. Do the sleepers only like bother you once and then that's it? I think so. Oh, we did the questions for the first stream, and so we got Scout. So that's what I've been rolling with. I like all my gears just like basic stuff that you just get from Satanine. I got Tar Heel's sword. Got the Mentor's ring, of course. Uh, I found Den Stagmar's ring, which is really good. Resist fire, frost, and shock by 30%. That's going to be helpful. Oh, I got the cap and the Amulet of Shadows, too. Amulet of Shadows is just so good. Go to Aldrun. Oh, yeah, 12,000 gold. A lot of items are cost quite a bit. the other items either cost like complete dog shit or are really pricey. There's like no in between. It's rather amusing. All right, there is supposed to be right. That's
Speak quickly, Outlander, or
that's
go
the council
away.
club. I need to find the bookstore. Right, bookseller. Bookseller, I need your strongest books. Word, right, Words of the Wind is the one you want. There we go.
Go ahead, stranger.
Yeah, like just like my speed's 75, so like the walking speed's a little bit faster than usual. Uh, I think he's in. I think this is the inn he's in. Yeah, there he is.
What is
I
it?
really don't have time for this, so make it quick.
I'm Hasar Zansubani. May you bless and be blessed. I do not wish to be rude, but if you have business, speak it, for I'm at leisure and would prefer to be alone with my thoughts. I see, you wish to learn of Ashlanders from me, and what is it that you wish to learn? What are their gift-giving customs? A curious question. A gift is a sign of courtesy among strangers, and affection among friends. Among strangers, a thoughtful gift is a sign that you are cautious and considerate and aware of the other's wants and needs. Such is particularly useful for traders and travelers. Among friends, it is a private thing and subtle, with great risks, for the test of the gift is how well it is tailored to the receiver. Oh, yeah. This is a gift for me. I am amazed. A copy of Words of the Wind, the words of the Blessed Mothers. I gratefully accept your gift. My people have never loved the written word, and I lament their ignorant scorn for such common yet potent magic. I thank you, and I honor your courtesy, Darkness. It would please me to return your courtesy by answering your questions. What would you wish to know about the Ashlanders and Neverwing cult? There's too much to tell. Here, take these notes. I've written here what you should know about the Ashlanders and Neverwing cult. But most of all, if you are visiting a camp, there are things you should know about courtesy and challenges among the Ashlanders. And since you ask about the Neverwing cult, perhaps you will be interested in my views on the Ashlanders and foreigners, because a guiding passion of the Neverwing cult is their hatred of foreigners. What is in the... They worship the great Ashkan and Hortator, Nerevar Moon and Star, who in ages past destroyed the evil godless dwarves and banished the treacherous Dagoth Ur and his foul hosts beneath Red Mountain. The cult is of small consequence in Ashlander worship, and only among the Urshalaku do its followers have any influence. Other Ashlander tribes share their sentiments of the cult, but regard their Neverwing prophecies with suspicion and skepticism. Ashlanders and foreigners. Most Ashlanders wish all foreigners and their false gods could be driven from Morrowind. At very least, Ashlanders wish the foreign devils would leave them in peace. Ashlanders think it is shameful to attack unarmed persons, but they will kill without hesitation an armed person who offends them or their clan laws. No Ashlander is fool enough to make war against the Empire. However, if such a war might be won, many Ashlanders might cheerfully give their lives to win such a war. Any more business? Yes, my friend Darkness, you say you want to ask me some questions. What would you wish to know about the Ashlander and Neverwing cult? Or perhaps you wish to know more about my life as a trader. I am too old to travel now, to risk the beasts and bitter blights of the wastes. Now I sit here warm and savor my imported Cyrodiilic brandy, while my adventurous son, Hanat Zansubani, assists me in my trade, seeking out sources of fine ebony and fetching them at fine prices. I wonder at my son. He has been so long away, without a word to his father. Surely he wishes me to die of worry, so he may inherit this fine brandy. He has proposed to chart the rarely visited ancient underground complex at Mamea, west of Red Mountain. If you should chance to see him in your travels, chide him, and tell him an old man longs for news of his son and heir.
Go ahead.
Alright.
Yes, friend.
What's your background? You're a herder. Interesting. What is your background? He's a farmer. Alright, so I have my information. He didn't mark where the Urshalaku camp is. Oh, it might be in the notes, actually. Nope. Alright.
Make it quick, Outlander.
Back to Caius. I am not calling him Daddy.
Why walk when you can ride?
Why walk when you can ride, indeed? Alright. Thanks for your report, but Bonnie's notes on the Ashlander. Oh, keep the notes on the Ashlanders, you'll need them. I'm sending you to the Urshalaku camp to speak with Sol Matul and Nabani Masa. But before you go, I think it might be time to tell you what's going on. Plot reveals. The Emperor and his advisors think you have the appearance of meeting the conditions in the Nerevarine prophecies. That's why you were pulled out of prison on His Majesty's authority and sent to me, so you could satisfy the conditions of the Nerevarine prophecies and become the Nerevarine. Here, this is a decoded copy of the coded package you gave me when you arrived. Read it later, it should explain everything. As you'll see in the decoded message, the Emperor and his counselors say you have the appearance of satisfying the conditions of the prophecy. Do you really satisfy the prophecy? Are you really the prophesized Nerevarine? At first, I thought we were just supposed to create a persuasive impostor. Now I don't know what to think. But I'm sure of one thing. This is not just primitive superstition, and we will treat it seriously, just as His Majesty commands. So Zanzubani says Sulmatul and Nabani Mesa at the Urshalaku camp are the heads of the Nerevarine cult. So I'm sending you to speak with them. Tell them your story. Have them test you against the Nerevarine prophecies. As head of the Nerevarine cult, they can best judge whether you satisfy the prophecies. When you spoke to them, report back to me. Here's 200 drakes for expenses, and pick up essential supplies at Fort Moonmoth. Alright, see you, Sonny. Have fun with Pathfinder. Before you go to Urshalaku camp, see Salmutus Vonus and Crulius Pontanian at Fort Moonmoth. I asked them to put aside some potions and scrolls for you, courtesy of the Emperor. In particular, you'll want the cure potions. I hear the blight is very bad up north, and use the divine intervention scroll if you find you're in over your head. It will get you safe to an Imperial cult shrine, where you can heal, refit, and try again. Which form? Oh, right. It's the one outside of Balmora. So the plot thickens. I'm definitely going to have to get my hands on better gear soon. Oh right, the champion here has a little mission for me. A little something something. Alright. Perla. What do you have on you? Hmm. You know what? Yeah, I'll actually let me recover some. Let me recover some stamina first before trying to barter with anyone.
So what's
No.
this regarding?
Okay, so let's see back here. So there we go. Essential supplies. Your darkness? Kai said you'd come by. I've chosen some of my best scroll stocks. I don't know your preferences or situation, but blessings and barriers always come in handy. Purity of body sets you up amazingly in a fight, and of course divine intervention gets you safe to Imperial Cult Shrine when all else fails. Here, they're paid for. Now I don't know your budget, but you might want to browse my selection for scrolls to suit your own personal style. Sure, what do we have in here? Iron Viper Sword. Steel Katana, Steel. Let's see. Ooh, Amulet of Slow Falling. Flame Bolt Ring, Sleep Amulet, some books. Hmm. Okay, I think the other person's another Imperial Cult Priest. This might be him. Yep. Essential supplies. Yes, Kai said a friend was heading into the backcountry and would need some potions. I've given you cures and fortifies. There's no charge. But if you'll take my advice and you can afford it, stock up on the cures. There are no Imperial Cult cure altars north of Aldrun. The one at Nisus is far to the west, and we've heard many recent reports of diseased creatures and blighted creatures in the northern wilds. What spells you got? Absorb Fatigue, Crimson Despair, Crushing Burden of Sin, Divine Aid. Yeah, I'll take those. All right. He did
What's
not care
this
for
about?
my bartering attempts, so I'll just buy them normally. There we go. Well, let's see. My medium armor's at 35, light armor's only at 26.
Say something, Arlo.
Uh, yeah, I might as well buy some stuff to. See, I don't want to get rid of them. She only has bolts and not arrows? That sucks. I'll buy the chain pauldrons. Yeah, that should be fine. Yeah, I'll sell the chitin. Did I not have chitin greaves? Huh. It's odd. I thought I did. Alright. Here. Okay, I have to find the Urshalaku camp.
What's this about?
Oh wait, yeah, there's a little story I have to be told. Forgot all about that. Forget what the reward is. Alright. Larius
Go
Varro.
ahead, stranger.
I'm Larius Varro, Legion Champion Fort Moonmoth. I've been hoping you might come by. I've got some work for you if you're interested. Through various channels, I've learned a bit about your situation. I'd like to tell you a little story, and when I'm done, you can ask me some questions. And then, maybe, you might decide to go out and do some things. You might, and you might not. That's your affair. And I also want to tell you about a nice present I think the Emperor wants you to have. I'm not sure where it is, but maybe you'll want to check back and see if I found it later, after you've done some things. Once upon a time, there was a bad magistrate who took gold from criminal organizations to reduce the sentences and fines of criminals. Everybody knew he was doing this, but nobody could prove it. Because even if it could be proved, the bad magistrate had important friends, and proof is not as powerful as important friends. At the same time, there was a good officer who enforced laws because he thought laws made people happy and safe. And it bothered the good officer that enforcing the laws did no good because the bad magistrate let the criminals go as quick as the officer caught them. For a long time, the good officer sighed and said, "What can I do? Because the bad magistrate has important friends, and nothing I can do will touch him." But then the good officer said, "Say, wait a minute, what about the bad people who are bribing the bad magistrate? They haven't got important friends, and if they aren't around, then the bad magistrate can't get any more bribes." And even better, the good officer suspected that the bad people who were bribing the bad magistrate were probably criminals themselves. So the good officer decided that it would be good if the bad people who were bribing the bad magistrate should go away. Forever. So that the good officer made a little special prayer that there would be a little bloodbath to wash the bad people away. There, isn't that a nice little story? Maybe not a perfect story, because it ends with a prayer and not a bloodbath, but maybe the story isn't over yet. The bad people in my story are 5 members of the Kamada Tong. I know they are a scout, a pawnbroker, a savant, a thief, and a smith, and that they are in Balmora. Unfortunately, I don't know their names, but maybe you can find their names, and where to find them, and then maybe my story could have a happy ending, with a little bloodbath instead of a little prayer. It's, what do you sell, Irfing? What's your background? Trader? Just some basic weapons? Steel bolt? Oh, steel arrows. I'll sell these iron arrows. Goodbye.
Don't stand about.
Alright, we have a story to finish. Give it a happy little ending. Built Striders is so neat. Not sure why they let them have, like, such a nice call, but I appreciate it. I know exactly where these thugs are. Council Club. It's just straight up called the Council Club.
Leave me.
Alright. Persuade. Taunt. Yeah, this is difficult with low speechcraft. But it's better than being a bounty on your head for assault. There we go. Holy crap, it's tough. Alright, what did he have on him? Some gold. Mine now. Take that axe. Alright, Savant.
Can already tell I'm not going to like this.
Yeah, okay.
I'm sure there's someone else you can bother.
Yeah, she's got probes and stuff. There we go. Oh, speechcraft went up.
Surrender your life to me and I will end your pain.
What kind of iron? Oh, it's only a short blade. Take the amulet. Take the pants. Might as well. Might as well. Literally no reason not to. Oh, a dream. In your dream, a tall figure with a golden mask greeted you, saying, "There are many rooms in the house of the master. Be easy, for from the hands of your enemies I have delivered you." It seemed you had died and could see yourself laid upon a table lit by candles. But with your own hands you touched the figure, and the figure drew breath, opened eyes, and rose from the table. Then the room was gone, and the world filled with light, and you awoke. And I did not, oh. Huh. Okay, it only allowed that because it was going to be a dream. Weird. Do I have any? No. There we go. Alright, now I have to wait a bit for my stamina to recharge. Because... Alright. Okay. That was more difficult than I thought.
Why do you Outlanders think you can
Please,
bother anyone
have a look
who
around.
dreams?
Jeez. That is taking way too long. Come on. Fuck it.
Yo, great.
Alright. You dreamed another dream? Jeez. You dreamed that a tall figure with a golden mask spoke to you, but you understood not a word. He smiled and seemed pleasant, but when he reached to touch you, it terrified you, and you tried to escape, but you couldn't move. You tried to cry out, but you couldn't make a sound. The figure kept smiling and talking, but you felt sure he was trying to cast some sort of spell on you. When you woke, you couldn't recall how the dream ended. How many dreams did I miss? In your dreams, a tall figure in a golden mask spoke to you. Lord Nerevar Indoril, Hey Resdania, long forgotten, forged new. 3 belied you, 3 betrayed you. 1 you betrayed was 3 times true. Lord Vorin Dagoth, Dagoth steadfast liegeman, faithful friend, bids you come and climb Red Mountain. Beneath Red Mountain, once again, break your bonds, shed cursed skin, and purge the Enwa from Morrowind. Alright, can I There. Jeez. Alright, so I had to use the bed, not just press T. Alright, let's save and taunt. There we go.
Surrender your life to me and I will end your...
You imp.
You will die, have you? There is no escape.
Not a fan of door cheese, but sometimes it has to be done. Alright. That's alright. Steel Viper sword. There. Jeez. Sure, iron arrows. I could sell them for a bit. Lord's Wrath, House of Troubles, Problems, Tamriel. He's got a lot of pricey stuff on him. That wasn't so difficult. Only took me a,
The scent is new.
it only took me a little bit. Go to my good friend, Ravir. Ravir, I have much to sell you, my friend. Take some slowed soap while you're at it. There we go.
Why?
I should actually drop off a bunch of these. Oh, I forgot to tell him. Oh wait, he doesn't. I don't think he'll take the books. This is the bookseller right here. She'll take some books. You can have the House of Troubles, the Pilgrim's Path. I already have that in the house. The Gaius is, so you can, there we go. Thank you. Goodbye. I will deposit the rest of the material. I'll deposit the rest of the reading stuff at Gaius's house.
You seem like very good company.
Because these weigh a bit. I should also sell the Progress of Truth because don't really need it anymore. Do I? I only have go back to the bookseller, sell the Progress of Truth, and then is that a limeware platter? Yes, it is. And she has a limeware flask, too. Business must be good for bookselling. Then you have the Progress of Truth.
Speech.
What's my speech graphs at 9? Mercantile's almost up. That would be nice. Where's my restoration at? Restoration is a little bit there. Alright. Let's see. Travel to the run. Then travel to Margon.
We make a special trip just for you. Say no.
I wonder if any of these ones know how to get to the Urshlock. Nope. Alright. Night. Such as okay, that's an on-touch spell. Alright, time to make my way north. Actually, I kind of don't remember. Oh my god, I forgot. I totally forgot to go back to Larius Pharaoh. Whoops. The Emperor has a gift for me. He just had to find it after I did some things. Alright, go back to the run.
Why walk when you can ride?
Oh, maybe if... Wait, where is Cole? It's in... I think Cole's like right around there. What's that?
You're
Oh,
on your honor. Don't press your luck.
is that a crossbow? Yeah, he just has a crossbow. He just has a crossbow just chilling, but arrows instead of bolts on the bench. That's weird.
What's this about?
I see everything's been taken care of, and remarkably enough, without creating any problems of a legal nature. You are far more discreet than I had hoped. I'm so glad I found that nice present from the Emperor. Here, it seems to be a ring, a very nice ring. There was no note with it, I'm afraid, but I'll let the Emperor know you've received it. I'm sure he'll be pleased. And also, from me, because of your exceptional discretion, take this special volume from my own library, with my compliments. Ring of Surroundings. Oh, nice. It's so funny that this gives you, like, worse chameleon for a shorter duration than the Amulet of Shadows, but it also costs much, but it is also worth much more. That is so funny. Oh, okay. The biography was a skill book. I didn't want to do that already. Oh well. It's gonna go back to Caius's. I'll read it. I'll read it sometime for the stream.
Anytime.
Biography of the Wolf Queen goes here.
You seem like very good company.
I am, Caius. I am. Now we have to just find the Ursulaku camp. I've done this so many times, but I still
Make it
kind of
quick, Outlander.
forget. I figured it'd be marked down after. Yep. Let's see. Go to Run. Take me to Cole. Where's Cole? Okay. I thought Cole was like down there some more, but no.
We make a special trip.
This is fine.
Same low price.
Morgan, Aldron, and Nice. Alright. So I just really have to follow the coast and I should find the Ursulaku camp. The Kwama egg mine, the Panud egg mine. No reason going in there, but it's nice. It's a nice world building flavor. Right, there's some Ashlanders over there that'll attack once they see you. So let's see if I can sneak by them. Yeah, I should be far away enough that they won't activate. Alright. I should be good, actually. Right, I don't have water walking. Alright. Swimming has its own fair share of dangers, mostly just slaughterfish. Their aggro range is huge. Come on. Let's see. What do we got? What do we got? Yeah, do strength, agility, speed or person. I'll go willpower. I get that the world has to be dangerous for exploration, but when every animal just does this, it can be rather annoying. Right, there's a shipwreck here. I don't think there's any, like, there might be something decent on it, but I don't remember what. My alteration. My alteration's at 15. I should probably have picked up a water walk spell. I'm sure there's somewhere. Loading barrel. Oh, this one has. Oh, damn it. Of all the creatures, cliff racers. Right, the Ursulaku camp should be like right around here, I think. Right, there's some Dwemer ruins right there. There's a cliff racer. Let's see if I can sneak around him. My sneak's only at 40 though, so he's probably gonna detect me. Daedric Ruins. Right, the Urshulaku camp's nearby these. Daedric Ruins often have pretty good treasure in them, but, you know, lots of dangerous monsters too. More Dwemer Ruins over there. Oh boy, Ash Storm. It's over there. It's over here. Daedric Ruins right there. Ancestral Tomb right here. Right, I do believe the Urshulaku are definitely nearby. The Drath Ancestral Tomb. I'm not going to go in there, though. I'm on a mission. Here's the Urshulakus. There we go, finally. Swung at it like a bunch of times. Alright, there's a rat over there. We're gonna sneak in on the approach to get some sneak XP. The Urshulaku camp. You want to speak to Sulmatul? You want to speak to Nibani Masi? Have they sent for you? No. They have not sent for you, then you will not speak to them. You are an outlander, and Sulmatul is our chief, and Nibani Masi is our wise woman. They will not speak to you. Thoughtful gift. Do you want to offer me a gift, poor outlander? Even these small things are a puzzle to you. Then bring me some trauma root from my larder. I am a hunter, and it is beneath my dignity to scrabble around in the dirt, but you, perhaps this is a task you can handle. I do believe there's some trauma root right here. You want to offer me a gift of trauma root? Well, Outlander, you are not proud, but you are courteous, and an Outlander that is not a thing to be despised. Very well, I accept your gift, and thank you. They said no. Alright. I do know what I have to do, but it's fun to do these little things. All right, talk. No. Yeah, definitely don't like how particle effects and whatnot just pass through this stuff. You know, I'm just gonna. How do you leave at once, or I'll kill you myself. Okay. So, you want to speak with Sul Matul and Nabani Masi? I doubt that is possible. You are an outlander, and you have no permission to speak with them. You cannot risk offending them. I suggest you speak with the Gula Khan Zabumund. His yurt is just across from mine. With a recommendation from a sub-chief like Zabumund, Sul Matul might be more willing to speak with you. What do you have for sale? Kite and stuff? Okay. Some... Just some basic stuff anyone you'd find out here. Oh, but some nice curiosities as well. No doubt stuff that they've traded for from other Outlanders.
Do you want?
Alright, Zabumund. Talk, Outlander. Speak with respect, and I will listen. Sulmatul will not talk to you. Nabani Mesa will not talk to you. You have no standing among us, Outlander. It is our custom. Among strangers, we honor this custom with gold. Very well, I'll see what can be done. You have no standing among us, Outlander, but you speak well and with respect, so I will explain. It is against our customs that an Outlander should speak to an Ashkan or wise woman. I'll tell you also that Sul Matul has no love for Outlanders. Another bribe.
What do you want of me, Outlander?
Oh, right. I forgot that I just had to talk to him about this, and then, yes, a gift of 200 gold coins. That is an earnest proof of your respect. Yes, I believe you should speak with our Ashkan. Perhaps he will be angry with me, but I think I could bear that. Go to Ashkan's yurt and speak with Sulmatul. Ask him your questions and tell him I have sent you. I totally forgot that you had to, like, actually talk to... Yes, Darkness, you wish to talk with me about the Nerevarine prophecies. Go ahead, I am very curious. You think you fulfill the Nerevarine prophecies. You wish to be tested to see if you are the Nerevarine. No Outlander may join the Nerevarine cult. If you were a clan friend and adopted member of the Ashlander tribes, then perhaps. I have an initiation rite in mind. If you pass this rite, I will adopt you as a clan friend of the Ashlanders, and then I will submit you to Nabani Mesa, our wise woman, who is skilled in oracles and mysteries, and who will test you against the prophecies. To be adopted into the tribe, you must undergo a harrowing. In a harrowing, you will be judged by the spirits and ancestors to see if you are worthy. Go to the Urshalaku burial caverns and fetch me Sul Senapul's bone biter bow. Sul Senapul was my father, and his spirit guards his bone mold longbow deep in the burial caverns. Return to me with this bow, and I will adopt you into the Ashlander tribes as a clan friend. The burial caverns lie to the south-southeast of the camp, a north-facing door in a little hill halfway between us and the slopes of Red Mountain. Go north from the camp to the water, then turn east. At a rock cairn on the beach, turn and head straight south until you find the door. The spirits of our ancestors guard the caverns. They will attack and will kill you if they can. Force your way past them or evade them, get the bow, and return to prove your worthiness. Alright. Head north to the water. Then east to a cairn. Cairn is a circle of rocks. You know, I'm just gonna try to find it. A lot of critters out though. A lot of critters. The one thing I appreciate about MMOs is that once you hit certain level, and the animals will just like avoid you, or at the very least their aggro ring shrinks considerably. Is that an ancestral tomb over there? Yes, it is. All right. At least my sneak's good enough to avoid those cliff racers. Let's see. What's on the... Let's me check the local map. Oh. That's it over there. Yep. Urshalaku Astral Burial. Alright, I will actually... I know it wasn't that long of a stream, but I will be ending it here. I'm just kind of tired. I appreciate everyone that stopped by and watched. I will be streaming again tomorrow as usual. Hopefully a little longer than I have today. And good night. Take care.